Getting lean is one of the hardest things I've ever done. Going from this to this is not something that everyone can do. In fact, it's one of the hardest things for most people, even more than getting into university or finding a job, is actually to just get rid of some fat. Why is it so damn hard? Well, I've cracked the code, and after helping lots of people achieve the same results as me, I'm gonna tell you exactly how to get lean easily. It almost feels illegal. Let's get into it. The first thing you can start doing right away to make getting lean easy is actually to keep visualizing a lean physique all the time. This seems like one of those tips that you didn't expect, right? You're expecting some weird diet trick, like some spinning egg scramble trick. No. Literally, you just visualize yourself with a lean physique every single day. Now, if you have an image that you're aspiring to, maybe it's Brad Pitt and Troy, maybe it's some other guy in some movie, you have that in your phone screen, you have it stuck up on your wall, you take time out your day each morning, each night to actually just visualize having that body on the beach or wherever you want to be. This actually makes getting lean easy. Why? Because as you visualize, you're getting the emotions from almost having that body. It's like you get the good benefits of having that body without having it already, and those good feelings actually motivate you and start to align your subconscious to that new reality, so that when you go out into the world, other things that go against that vision start to bounce off you. If you actually visualize yourself like getting lean, looking good on the beach, and then let's say you go out, at least for like the next 10 minutes, you're probably gonna walk right past the McDonald's because it's not on the same wavelength as you. It's not the same thing you've been thinking about. Imagine you've been visualizing about buying like this one pair of Nike sneakers the whole year, and then you see these sneakers in the Nike store. You're gonna look at that sneaker. That's gonna be the only one that's shining at you, and all the other stuff, it's not gonna pull you in the same way because you've been visualizing that one thing. You have to make your physique like that, like visualize that ideal lean physique constantly, so it's almost pulling you, and other things that go against it become hazy and don't have any effect on you. The next is to use affirmations. This is when you actually start making statements in the present tense that affirm literally that you are that physique, that you are lean. Getting lean is so easy because I can just do it. My body stays lean without any effort. Statements like this that almost assume that you've already achieved it. What that does, it does two things. Number one, most of us forget where we're going and what we want to feel like. So by repeating these affirmations, almost like mantras, you're displacing bad thoughts in your head like, oh, I'm a failure, I can never get lean, why is this so hard? To, it's actually easy, it's all good, I've already gotten it. Replacing bad thoughts with good thoughts and reminding yourself of where you're going. And the next thing is, sometimes you gotta fake it till you make it. Right now you're chubby, right now you don't look like how you want, and just doing these affirmations are gonna remind you, okay, I am that guy. And you are gonna at first feel that kind of disconnect between your words and what you see in the mirror, but over time, as you send these signals to yourself, you will try to act more in accordance with what you just said. It's human instinct. You don't want to cause this dissonance between what you say and what you are. So as you say those things, what you are will want to catch up to your words. Next, become a monk. What the hell do I mean by this? You know, when a guy decides to become a monk, he shaves his head, he denounces his sexual desires, and he goes into a forest and he's now a monk. He practices the life of a monk, which is meditating, and he's got his routine, and he doesn't eat garlic. That's how it works in Korea. What do I mean by becoming a monk? A monk eliminates a lot of things in his life so that he can focus on the few things that are important to him. When I say become a monk, I mean just eliminate as many things as possible. I'm talking ingredients from your dishes. Like when I stayed with my brother who was doing a carnivore diet, he just eliminated so many ingredients from his diet that they never had a chance to even derail his diet. Now, I'm not saying you have to go so extreme and become a carnivore, but I'm saying if you eliminate, for instance, processed food, if you eliminate alcohol, if you eliminate sugary drinks, if you eliminate coffee that is not black, there are certain things you can just eliminate from your life, almost like a monk, and say, I don't do that. And sometimes just hard elimination is one of the fastest ways to make yourself healthy and get quick results in the diet. Like imagine as a guy who's drinking a bunch of alcohol and smoking cigarettes every Friday, you just eliminated that. What if my friends say they should come? Eliminate those friends. Eliminate social gatherings, eliminate things from your calendar, eliminate all these like club nights where you gain all the fat back. Eliminate it. Next, you gotta become a robot. A robot just executes the system. He has certain algorithms in his head where he's like, okay, battery's low, activate low battery mode. Okay, Wi-Fi is not connected, connect Wi-Fi. It's got these routing systems where A leads to B and B leads to C. That's almost what you have to do. This is how you make getting lean easy. You guys all know, if you've been watching my videos, that getting lean comes down to a calorie deficit, comes down to 10K steps, comes down to doing all the things that you know you have to do, but you don't have systems for it. You don't build certain algorithms and routing systems in your life. And you might be like, well, that's because I'm not a robot. No, it's because you didn't think about systematizing the getting lean process. For me, I have certain systems. At 5:30 p.m. every day, I go on a 1-hour walk. That's a system, because when it's 5:30, I go, shut up, let's go walk. And when it's lunch, I have 5 places that I go to, salad place, Thai place, no decision fatigue, just execute the program. This is how you don't fall off track. Imagine every time you have to eat something, you have to think about protein, calories, this place or that place. Oh, I got so hungry, let me just order Domino's. How many times have I done that? All right, so don't do that. Become a robot, build systems so that all the micro decisions are almost automatic. That saves up your decision-making power, so you can use that in calculating calories if you want to, or measuring weight, or actually going to the gym and training, which is of course one of the key things that you have to do to get lean. Next, if you look at how humans burn calories, the biggest chunk that takes up our caloric burn in a day is our metabolic rate, our base metabolic rate. This is just what it takes for us to keep our organs alive and the blood pumping and the heart pumping. All of these things, just being you, is taking up base metabolic rate. That's the bulk of it. It's not the exercise you do in the gym. It's not the runs that you go on. It's not even what you eat and things like that. It's literally the base metabolic rate. So if you could increase that, if you could increase what it takes to be you and just burn more calories by just sitting there as you, surely that will help you to lose weight and get lean. Why? Because you're going to be finding it easier to stay in a caloric deficit, right? So how do you increase your base metabolic rate? By holding more muscle mass. So you want to build a lot of muscle in your body. So just being you takes more energy, takes more calories. If you want to do that in a way that is super effective, super minimalist, that actually cuts out decision fatigue and gets you great results, you want to get Aesthetic Body Blueprint. This is the program I made for you so you can build an aesthetic V-taper body, put on muscle, and get lean at the same time. It's minimalist, so it's going to save you energy and fatigue, and it's super addictive because it's simple and you'll get crazy gains on it. All right, go check out the link below. But that's one of the biggest ways for you to lose fat easily, is to not do all these weird cool diet cardio things, Zumba, climbing, cycling, running. Cut all of that. The best exercise to lose weight and get lean is weight training. It's going to increase your base metabolic rate. It's also going to make the muscles protrude and be more pronounced, which is going to make you look leaner with the same fat level. Next, become autistic for 3 weeks. What the hell does that mean? It means just calculate your calories for 3 weeks. Just become autistic. Just be the guy like me that takes the plate, puts it on a food scale, puts the chicken breast, measures the weight of the plate, subtracts it from the total to get the weight of the chicken breast, finds out that it's 145 grams and therefore it has 46 grams of protein or something like this. If you go through this process of actually calculating calories of the chicken breast, of the rice bowl, when you buy from the butcher, what gram is that? It was 512 grams? Okay, 512 grams of sirloin, tablespoon of olive oil. You actually add that up and you realize, okay, I had about 2200 calories. My maintenance is about 2500, so I'm going to lose weight. And then you measure your weight as well. And then you check that your calorie deficit is leading to weight loss, and you start to build confidence in your calorie calculations. You do that for like 3 weeks. I promise you, you are way ahead of 95% of people who just have no clue. They heard this thing about calorie deficit, about calories matter, but they have no idea. They don't know when they look at a food how much calories is in it. They're not even good at guessing it. Contrarily, if you did this calculation for about 3 weeks, you'll be very good at guessing it. And plus, this is knowledge that you take for the rest of your life. Imagine you learn mathematics in school. How useful was that? It sucked when you were learning mathematics. The times table, division, calculus, like you're learning it. You're like, what the hell? When am I going to use this? This is so boring. I just want to go out and play football. And then guess what? You use mathematics every day and it makes it easy. You want to buy 6 oranges, 7 apples, and you're like, okay, that's 13. How much? Oh, 30 cents. Okay, 6 of those, it's £1.80. Like, you have these things that you use all the time. Well, if you never learned mathematics, how hard would life be? You couldn't even calculate your boss fare. It's the same thing with calories. If you actually went through calorie calculation for a bit, it's like learning basics of nutrition that will serve you for the rest of your life. And once you understand this formula and you can actually use it and stay in a calorie deficit, a moderate calorie deficit, which is only 300 to 400 calories below your maintenance, then you would get great results. When you start to do all these things, guys, this is when fat loss becomes almost so easy, and you're wondering, why are people struggling so much? Why are people just finding it so difficult, when if they just applied these tips, they would actually be getting lean super easy? Next, commit to becoming healthy. There's a difference between a guy who's wanting it and who's kind of saying it, and a commitment. What is a commitment? When you commit to a woman for the rest of your life, I haven't done that yet, but let's say you did that. What are you saying? You're saying, I'm not gonna go sleep with all these other people. When you commit to a football club, Liverpool Football Club, what are you saying? I'm not gonna play for Real Madrid and all these other clubs because I've committed to this club. So it inherently has within it a sense of you giving yourself fully and sacrificing other options that you might have. And that's what you have to do. You have to make a commitment to becoming healthy, commitment to becoming lean. That means you're going to start to actually say like, I'm a healthy person now, so I don't eat that crap. I don't order Domino's on a Tuesday just cause. And when people are giving you these like hyper processed snacks, you don't really have it, and you start to care about your sleep, you start to care about all these other things that actually positively impact your health. So I hope these tips helped you, and if you want me to guide you on this journey to losing fat, getting lean, building an aesthetic body, then join Minimalist Training Club, which is my coaching community below. Or if you just want to do the routine by yourself because you have some knowledge of how to do things, then grab Aesthetic Body Blueprint, because that's going to change the way you stay consistent in the gym. See you in the next video. Bye bye.